In this video, I will show you how to create a stunning effect inspired by the Spider-Verse movie inside After Effects. A lot of you guys commented on my previous video asking for this tutorial. We'll be working on transforming this footage into something that looked like it's straight out of the comic book. This effect can add so much style and uniqueness to your videos, and it's a great way to stand out. So I've just imported my footage into the timeline, and I did a small adjustments using curves effect. I created two adjustments layer. In the first one I created a mask and moved the curves or the slider to the magenta. The second adjustment layer I created again the mask but moved the sliders closer to the teal or bluish color. One of the key elements of the Spider-Verse style is the half-tone effect, which gives the animation that comic book feel. To add this, follow my steps. So I'm going to pre-compose these layers. So create a new white solid color, go to the effects and presets, and apply CC ball action effect to the white solid. You can copy these settings, but the size of the dots are different. It simply depends on the resolution of the timeline. This settings is for 2K video. Now duplicate the pre-comp layer and rename it to the highlights. Now we are going to apply the tint effect to the highlights layer. Now apply curves. Now in the curves, just crush the shadows. Now apply fast box blur. For me it would be 36. Apply another fast box blur, but now do 67. But change the opacity to 50% in the second fast blur effect. Now again apply another curve effect, but now boost the brightness. Now go down and toggle switches modes, set the dots to use highlights, and click on this alpha mate selected. Change the blending mode to the soft light, making it more subtle. Now the dots are in the brightest area of this shot. Now I'm just going to hide this layer and we can move to the shadows. So with no layer selected, grab a pen tool. Now make a dot in the top corner and make another in the opposite corner. We've just created a shape layer. Now up here you can choose the fill and stroke color. Now to add the multiple lines, we can add a repeater. So click on this button and click repeater. Now we can change the number of copies and change the position to make them how far they are. Now you can move the layer to the left so we can fill the entire frame with these lines. Now we are going to do another copy of the pre-comp, but now rename it to shadows. Now again apply tint, curves and fast box blur to define in which area the lines will be visible in. Again, you can copy these settings, but it will be different for you. Just separate the highlights from the shadows. But now we want the shadows, so move the curves to the opposite. Now again, toggle switches modes, set the lines to the shadows, click on alpha mate selected and now invert the layer. And again, set the blending mode to soft light. And I'm going to decrease the opacity of the lines to make it really subtle. Something about 25. It's great. Now create a new adjustment layer and apply posterize time effect and change the 24 to 12. We have simply decreased the number of frame rate so it looks more like it's animated, like in a Spider-Verse movie. Now create another adjustment layer and apply chromatic aberration effect. You can see it affects the entire frame, but I want it in the corners. So I'm going to create a mask and I'm going to invert the mask and I'm going to set the feather of the mask to 250 and that's it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. And let me know down in the comments what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching, I will catch you in the next one.